Dang it, jam session's over.
Yeah.
But regardless, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode 22 of Movie Fanatics, where we talk about the latest movie news, whatever we can. So, my co-host is here. You guys know him. He needs no introduction. So, how you doing, man?
Doing good. Doing good. Been a hot day here in the city.
Been a hot day here too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and Old Restless, we are on time now.
now we're on time, I guess. I feel like the only time we really been on time was when we did game night, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, as of recently, when we've done Movie Fanatics, that's like the only time we've really been on time.
Mm-hmm.
So, who knows?
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, we got some news here today to talk about. You guys can see in the background here some examples of news that we're talking about. But as for one of these that you see here in the background, I have thoughts. But we'll get to it. But first, let's just kick things off right here with the weekend box office. And coming in first place with 57 million domestic, F1, baby.
I still have yet to see it, though, but heard it was good.
You do need to go see it for one. And secondly, you need to see it in a movie theater. Like, that's one of those, it's like Top Gun Maverick, where it's like, you need to see that sucker on the biggest screen you can. So,
and I know you saw it.
Twice. At that. Not F1, Top Gun, to be more precise. I saw Top Gun twice. We started, Old Restless. What the heck you doing? The show's clearly started at this point. But yeah, F1 came in at first place with 57 million domestic. Let's go ahead and take a look at the worldwide gross so far. With 153 million. Wow.
Very good.
I'm happy about that. I'm very, very happy about that.
I think it's going to break even.
And I guess while we're at it, I think we also just got a notification earlier that a sequel for this is already in the early works.
Wow.
That was fast.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't even been a week since F1 has been released.
Well, its budget was $200 to $300 million.
It's gonna go up. It's gonna honestly go up at this point. Even though I know we got Jurassic World this weekend, which I know is gonna beat this movie, but it's still gonna go up. Honestly, when you really think about it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, F1 was great. I still have yet to do my my ranking video for June. Spoiler alert, that'll crack in very high on the list. Richard Benson says Shaun of the Dead 2004, one of the best movies of all time. Oh, Richard. Okay. There you go. One of the best movies of all time. Yeah, Shaun of the Dead's great. And I need this dude down here to watch it. It's a great movie. Anyways. How to Train Your Dragon, 46% drop, $19 million. They still got up. They still got the sequel on greenlit. So, and this film did well, but it didn't do as well as I thought it. It's not doing as well as I thought it did. Honestly, as I thought it would, I should say. God, I can't talk. Let's take a look and see where it's at right now. Like, yeah, almost $500 million. Like, I thought this was a guaranteed $1 billion easy. I thought it was guaranteed that this is going to be $1 billion. But no, I don't know, dude, because like I said, we got like it's the 1st of July and we have huge competition lining up here for box office. Because like I said, we got Jurassic World this weekend, and then next week we got Superman. And then a couple weeks later, we got Fantastic Four. So July is going to be busy for the movie theaters. Excuse me. But yeah, How to Train Your Dragon, great movie. I can't wait for the sequel. I know they're probably going to do a shot-for-shot version of the sequel, but I really cannot wait to see it. So,
yeah, looking forward to the sequel. I mean, I enjoyed the live-action film, even though it was a shot-for-shot copy.
I mean, it is shot-for-shot, but like at least we've gone on record saying this. It's made by somebody who both knows the property and cares about the property. So, Elio with a 50% drop. This film is doing disaster for Pixar.
Another bomb for Pixar. Sadly, because this is a fun movie. It's a cute film.
But one of the things is, like, I know a lot of people are complaining, like, why are we getting Toy Story 5 and 6? Why are we getting Inside Out 3? This is why. This is why we're getting stuff like Toy Story 5 and Inside Out 3. This is why.
Well, Pixar, I don't know if it's true or not, but I looked at I guess something on Instagram, and it said Pixar is going to try a new thing where they're going to release a original film and then a sequel to one of their films.
That's actually not a bad strategy. That's actually not a bad strategy when you really think about it. So, I mean, I can roll with it as long as they make them good. Like, that's what they need to do, is make them good. So, I never doubt Pixar usually, but it's kind of coming to the point where it's like they just need money.
Yeah.
So, and then Megan 2.0 with a pretty bad opening. Well, way worse than I was expecting it to be.
I heard this film sucks.
I had fun with it, but like, oh man, dude, this is actually kind of sad. Like, I was thinking this film was actually going to do really well, but no, apparently it didn't. Not doing too well.
I would just wait until it comes out on 4K to watch it. Just like you sent me the Blu-ray of the first movie. It could be a double feature.
Richard says Pixar hasn't been good since Monsters Inc. I disagree. Honestly, they still make good movies. It's just they haven't been, as consistent, with box office tracks. Because their first movie to hit theaters after Disney Plus was Lightyear, and that did not do well at all at the box office.
That's not a film where we watch all the time.
Neither would I, but still, I mean, it's a fun movie, but like,
it's okay.
But like, yeah, it could have been a lot better when you break it all down. And then Elemental, which started with the bomb, but then it got progressively better because of word of mouth. So,
Mega 2.0. Another thing I heard is that the director or the writer wants to set up for 5 more movies. I don't see that. I don't see that happening.
Especially with how this movie performed, it's like, I don't know. It's like, are you really going to try to go full Terminator with this? It's like, I don't know if that'll work.
They're not doing it. They're not going to do it.
So I really don't know. We'll see. I mean, if they're going to roll through with more, fine. But just go back to what really made the first film, like, appealing to more people. So, like the horror aspects, like, bring that back. Because with this one, they abandoned it completely, and it's a Terminator 2 style movie.
And they turn it into a straightforward comedy.
Morely a Terminator 2 and Mission Impossible style movie. It's basically an action comedy. But then at the same time, there's points where it tries to take itself so seriously, and it's like, what are you doing? What? Megan 2.0 is like Joker 2, not necessarily, but because Megan 2.0 is not like offensively bad like Joker 2 is. Like, it's at least a watchable sequel. And then 67% drop with 28 years later, with 9 million. I'm glad the film is doing well, and I'm glad we're going to get the sequel that's supposed to be coming up in January. But god damn it. That movie should have been so much better. So, Lilo and Stitch with a 30% drop. Let's take a look at that one really quick.
And already they announced a sequel.
We'll talk about that later. Yeah, very close to $1 billion, but I really don't think it'll hit that mark, honestly.
If it hits $1 billion, I'm going to say I called it.
I'm not sure if it'll hit that mark at this point, though, because of what we got coming up. So, we'll see. But again, at the same time, I don't know if it will. Because we still have not gotten a movie yet that has even hit $1 billion. We had 2 close calls, but still didn't quite get there. So, see, Mission Impossible with a 36% drop. Yeah, not doing too well. Materialist, 53% drop. Ballerina, 51% drop. Karate Kid Legends didn't even make $1 million. Wow.
Let's see this.
It crossed 100 million. Okay. It crossed 100 million. But there's no fucking way it's going to make back its budget. There's no way.
No way.
No.
Yeah, that's laughable.
I don't know what happened there. Oh, man, I don't know. Final Destination, 49% drop, but that doesn't really matter because the film did really well regardless. Phoenician Scheme, 52%. Life of Chuck, 62%. Sinners, 55%.
See where Sinners is now.
Let's take a look. It's still crazy to me it made that much money.
An original horror film.
It's crazy. It still made that much money.
For a horror film, too.
An original one at that. Let's see. Bring Her Back. I'm actually going to be watching that here very soon. It finally landed on digital today. So,
see how much this made.
22 million.
A24 films don't do that great either.
I mean, yeah. I mean, even though Talk to Me, the movie that came from the same 2 directors as Bring Her Back, did really well. I mean, they literally announced, I think, a sequel and a prequel because the film actually did so well. And it got incredible word of mouth.
Thunderbolts, $381 million.
It's still crazy to me that this was the $100 million loss for them.
Let's see if Fantastic Four could make a profit and not be a bomb for Marvel. Another bomb for Marvel.
I hope it's not, but at this point, honestly, I really don't know where it could really lead to.
I feel like that Marvel is like when they're producing their films and they're bombing. Why do I get the sense that Superman, that DC is going to do very well, considering that James Gunn is behind Superman and he wants to make all these other films to put in the DCEU, and those are going to do good. Why do I have a feeling, getting a sense of that happening?
I honestly have no idea. But yeah, I don't really know if there's really much else here to touch upon because we covered the basis and there's nothing really much else to talk about with some of these movies.
Yeah.
Because like I just saw, like, Friendship made like $24,000 and it was like a 2,000% increase. It's not even in theaters anymore.
I think it's coming to streaming, right?
It's on digital streaming already. And they literally have the Blu-ray for it on the A24 shop. So I still have not even pre-ordered it yet. And honestly, at the same time, I'm kind of glad I didn't. I mean, I will buy it at some point because, I mean, you know, I'm a collector.
Ethan says to Richard, "Will Smith be coming for you?" And he says, "Fuck Will Smith. He hasn't made a decent movie since Wild Wild West." No, that movie sucked.
Well, it's also not even true because, I mean, Will Smith won Best Actor for King Richard, which was a well-deserved Oscar win, and also did the recent Bad Boys movies. So, well, and just Bad Boys in general. So, I don't know. But yeah, like, Michael, I really don't know if Friendship's really going to be your cup of tea, dude. That movie was fucking weird.
I heard it was funny.
It's got funny moments, but there were just some moments where I was just cringing for some reason. Like, I get that's kind of Tim Robinson's style of comedy, but that's not really comedy that appeals to me.
So you would say it was pretty mediocre.
It's fun. It's good, honestly. I would say it's a good movie, but not anywhere near as good as people are making it out to be. Like, a lot of people are making it out to be like the best comedy of the year, the best comedy in decades. I'm like, no. I mean, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I was going to say, though, with that, in regards to comedies this year, give me Phoenician Scheme over Friendship. Way funnier movie. Anyways, let's talk about some recent trailers. We had 2 new trailers drop today. We had one for the new Cat in the Hat, the new animated one starring Bill Hader as the title character. And we also have The Running Man, the newest one from Edgar Wright starring Glenn Powell. Let's talk about the Cat in the Hat first, because I literally just watched that trailer before we started the stream.
I told him to watch it before we talk about it.
I didn't want him to steal all the thunder here, so might as well at this point. Okay, yeah, you would have. And I was like, hey, I'm not letting you have all the glory. So, all right, what did you think of the trailer?
I thought it was fun. I think this will be a lot better than that piece of shit live action film with Mike Myers.
That's Cupcake Anita.
That's the last that we got for a Cat in the Hat film.
Wait, Richard, I need you to be more precise on that. It's Mike Myers, not Michael Myers. If you're talking about Michael Myers, you're talking about Halloween.
Probably autocorrect.
Autocorrect, yeah, probably. I don't know. We'll see.
He uses his phone.
Yeah. Michael brings the thunder and really brings the
reps of
and reaps the glory. But yeah,
I like the animation to it. Bill Hader, I think, is going to be a pretty good Cat in the Hat. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This is not like one of my most anticipated animated movies like ever, and not even. I wouldn't even say it's even one of my most anticipated of next year. But I want to wait for a second trailer to like really think about like if I'm really excited for this movie, because there's at least one animated movie a year that comes around, or like that is coming out per year that I get excited about.
Yeah, we got Cat in the Hat next year. There's another film that I'm looking forward to, the Disney Pixar film that's coming out that they showed after Elio. Was it Hoppers?
I remember what that was. Hoppers, yeah. Yeah, it was Hoppers. But as far as I go this year for like the rest of the year of animated movies, the only one I really care about is Bad Guys 2. Like, that's the only one I care about.
I don't even care for that.
Because we have like a new SpongeBob movie coming out. We haven't even gotten a trailer for it, and I'm like, I don't care at this point. And then Smurfs, which looks freaking terrible. So like if you would have had me pick between the 3, a Bad Guys, SpongeBob, or Smurfs, I'm picking Bad Guys. Because one, it's DreamWorks. I mean, nothing against Nickelodeon or
another SpongeBob
or Paramount.
Another SpongeBob film is not needed.
I don't know. Well, but I can say this. At least the Plankton movie wasn't bad. Like, I can give it that. At least the Plankton movie that was on Netflix, not terrible. Was a lot better than the Sandy Cheeks movie. So who knows with this one? But like I said, with bad guys, that's the only one I really care about because again, it and also has a fantastic voice cast. I mean, you got Sam Rockwell, you got who else you got? You got Craig Robinson, you got Aquafina, you got Anthony Ramos in there. Like a lot of great voice actors in there. But I don't know. We'll see what happens here with this new Cat in the Hat. I'm interested, to say the least. I'm interested.
Same.
And I like that they're trying something different and not just following the same like the book beat by beat. Like they actually want to try to expand something here.
Not a shot for shot take of the book.
Yep. So I like that a little bit. I like that a little bit more. It's a bit more interesting that they're going for something more unique at what like how they're setting up things, is how I would say it. Like they're actually kind of setting up the cat as a character and not, just as this wacky cat that just comes in and just starts to wreak havoc. So they're trying something here, which I like.
If this does well, then we'll get some more movies based on Dr. Seuss books. Hopefully we won't get another Grinch film.
We've had 3, and that's enough. Because we've had the animated special. I still count that as a movie. I don't care.
The Jim Carrey one.
The Jim Carrey one, which is great, and the Illumination one, which is fine. Like, it's not the Jim Carrey movie. Or, hell, it's not even the original animated short. It's still a fun movie. But I don't know. I mean, what's a Dr. Seuss book that you actually want to see adapted into a movie?
I was gonna think of it, but I don't see them doing this into a movie. Green Eggs and Ham.
I don't think that'll even become a movie, honestly.
All the things you could think.
Maybe. I don't know. Again, there's like a lot you could really think of here.
Hell, I would like to see an animated film of that. I know he didn't write a book about it, but that movie that I sent you, the 5,000 Figures of Dr. T, I'd like to see that into animation.
Like, but try to go somewhere a little bit different. Don't copy and paste the whole script that was from that movie.
Yeah, just take it in a different direction.
Yeah, because honestly, knowing how it usually is for some of these remakes of movies these days, they always try to go for like copy and paste at this point. It's not really it's not with like How to Train Your Dragon that's really my issue. It's I think because like sometimes they really just go because I don't know what I'm talking about. But you kind of get my point. It's that I don't want them to go copy and paste. Just try to go a different direction. And then let's move away from that for a second. Let's talk about the Running Man.
Another Dr. Seuss one, All the Places You'll Go.
I actually would love to see that into an animated movie. Like, that is a classic book.
Hopefully
that is a classic book from Dr. Seuss.
Hopefully we get that if the Cat in the Hat animated film does good.
I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of them that are going to be adapted. Like, a lot of his books are going to be adapted into movies, but they really need to figure out a way to make it work.
Yeah, it will only work in animation, not live action.
Yes, 100%. But now let's go to The Running Man with Glenn Powell. And I think this is a remake of the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. I'm not sure if this is a remake
more of like a retelling.
A readaptation. How about that?
Yeah.
Because this is based on a novel by Stephen King.
Yeah, it's a readaptation.
Readaptation of the novel by Stephen King. I enjoy the Arnold Schwarzenegger one. I don't remember it like that well, but I mean, from what I remember, it's a fun movie, but very corny. Very fucking corny. And
when you look at it nowadays,
I mean, it's pretty corny and also pretty outdated at points. I mean,
yeah, I mean, Arnold does good in it. I liked Richard Dawson as the villain, who's the host of of the show. I thought he did a good job.
Yeah, but this time but this time we got Glenn Powell coming into the Schwarzenegger role, which I mean, I've always wanted to see like Glenn Powell like actually take on a leading man role. Like, I mean, yeah, you can say he's a main character in something like, I mean, like take on like a role like this is what I should say, because he was a leading role in Hitman from last year. But this is like a leading role for an action movie, like a leading man. So
Yeah, I thought the trailer was fun. You got Edgar Wright directing the film.
And I love Edgar Wright as a filmmaker.
Edgar Wright is great.
He's my personal favorite filmmaker, and
from Scott Pilgrim to Baby Driver,
the Cornetto trilogy, you got and then Last Night in Soho, and now he's like interesting transition, going from an action movie to a horror movie back to action. But hey, I'll take it. But yeah, this looks like a lot of fun. I'm sad I gotta wait until November to see it, but hey, I'm all in.
And Coleman Domingo is going to be in it.
Coleman Domingo.
Really, really like Coleman Domingo.
Yep. Yeah, I really cannot wait to see this movie. This has been one of my most anticipated of the year because it's Edgar Wright. But now seeing the trailer, I'm like, sign me the fuck up. I'm so in. So yeah, I really cannot wait for this movie.
Oressa said Edgar Wright is doing remakes now, but that's the world we live in. Probably couldn't get funded for anything original.
I don't know if this is... I was trying to think, like, because I don't remember him really doing any other remakes. Because this is his first remake he's ever done. Like, he's done, like, a spoof of zombie movies with Shaun of the Dead and a riff on, cop movies with Hot Fuzz. And then his first foray into the scary movie genre with Last Night in Soho. An original action comedy with Baby Driver.
Mm-hmm.
And a very stylistic movie here. And a very stylistic choice movie with Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Like, it's very stylized.
Now, of course, he directed Ant-Man.
He was going to direct it.
Yeah,
Peyton Reed directed it. Edgar Wright was going to direct Ant-Man.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he wrote the story, and he was a screenwriter on it. I would like to see what his Ant-Man, his version.
Yeah, no disrespect to Peyton Reed, but I think honestly, if we saw Edgar Wright's version of Ant-Man, I think it would have actually changed the MCU for the better. Honestly, like they would have been calling Edgar Wright to be doing all of that shit. So I don't know. So, but yeah, between these two trailers, Cat in the Hat and The Running Man, I'm more excited for Running Man. So
same.
We shall see. I'm hoping it's good. I'm really hoping it's good. But I can guarantee you, when Naked Gun comes out next month, I'm going to get a trailer for Running Man in front of that. Guaranteed.
I can't wait to see what it looks like on the big screen if I get it for a movie I see.
I'm sure you will. I'm just not sure which one you'll get it for, honestly.
I still have yet to watch that Naked Gun trailer.
Oh, dude. You do not know what you're missing. Because that is some funny shit. I mean, hey, we're gonna do a watch along for the first film before the new one comes out, so can't wait to do that. All right, let's talk about some stuff.
I won't be there for that because it's in my whole pile over there. I got to go digging through all that, and then it's a pain to stack them all back up.
I'm sure you can do it. I'm sure you can do it.
If only I could get the 4K.
I think there is a separate 4K for that, actually. I'm going to look for that really quick. Because as far as I know, I got it in the pack with Airplane and Top Secret. Okay, there is a separate 4K for it, but it's a steelbook.
Oh, nice.
Here, I'll pull it up for you.
Oh, pretty cool.
I love the inside though. I love that inside cover. That's pretty damn funny.
When he lands on the Queen of England.
Yep.
That was in the baseball scene.
Wait. That was that's not the. I actually do. I love the baseball scene, like when he's like strike 3.
And then Randy Newman's "I Love L.A." is just priceless.
Well, and also him doing the moonwalk on the baseball field. But you want to know what's even more priceless than that? Is when he shoots the guy with the dart to his neck, like from his watch, and then he just falls over and just gets crushed by everything. Gets crushed by a bus, a steamroller, and then a marching band that just walks all over him. And then Ed's remarks are just priceless. Ed's remarks are priceless. All right, let's go ahead and talk about some stuff here. So we got a new Street Fighter movie coming up here, and we got our cast announced.
Yep.
So.
And I like some of the casting choices.
And yes, people, this is the second adaptation of the popular video game Street Fighter. Mm-hmm. First attempt at that was back in the 90s when they wanted to hop on the trend of adapting video games to movies. And Raul Julia in there, and yeah, that was
what a horrible film.
Failed attempt. But I can have some guilty pleasure fun with it, but that was a failed attempt. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look in here.
Oh yeah, and they did the other one. They did another Street Fighter after that, Legend of Chun-Li, which I heard sucked as well.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat, but the first Mortal Kombat is actually not bad. That was like the only good video game to movie adaptation for the longest time. Like,
we don't count Annihilation.
Oh fucking hell, that movie.
And then the 2021 film.
Way better than both of those movies, honestly. I mean, even though I enjoy the 95 movie, let's be honest here. The 2021 version blows the 95 movie out of the water. It really does. Everyone's starring in the upcoming Street Fighter reboot. We got so far Orville Peck, Jason Momoa, and 50 Cent.
Why is 50 Cent in this?
I don't know. I mean, he's not a terrible actor, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know about this. Imagine they do Red Dead Redemption. They probably will at some point if I really think about it there, Richard. They did The Last of Us, so I could see them doing a adaptation of Red Dead Redemption.
My reaction to 50 Cent and his name being in there, I'm like, the fuck?
The fuck? Flashback to game night, by the way. So let's see. Feature Kylie Monique, which was basically based off Street Fighter 2. Let's see who else we got attached to this project. We got Andrew Koji in here, which I love Andrew Koji. Really liked him in Snake Eyes. Loved him in Bullet Train.
Yeah, he was good in Bullet Train.
Dude, he kicked some ass in Bullet Train, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Roman Reigns. This will be interesting. This will be interesting. Ooh, wow. As Akuma. I don't know how to pronounce that. Akuma, okay. God, I'm just trying my best to pronounce this without sounding like a total asshole. So, all right. I am not going to bother trying to pronounce that because I will.
Kalina Liang as Chun-Li.
Okay, thank you for helping me with that there, Michael. Kalina Liang as Chun-Li. Yep. Jason Momoa, baby.
Well, we got Roman Reigns' twin here, Jason Momoa.
Dude, not gonna lie, Justin literally says the same thing about Jason Momoa. He always tells me he looks like Roman Reigns.
He does.
He kind of does, though, to be fair. If I like go back up to
Now when I
Roman Reigns
watch
for a
the film-
second.
So now when I watch the film, I'm gonna be like, is this Roman Reigns or Jason Momoa? Look,
Yeah. Basically identical twins.
yeah, Jason Momoa as Blanca.
I love Jason Momoa, so let's see what he can do with this one. I think, yeah, he's hopping right off the success of Minecraft. So, I mean, more video game adaptations for him. I'm in.
All this film is missing is Jack Black.
We don't really need another one with that. We got Orville Peck as Vega. Interesting. It's a interesting casting choice. Also, we got Josh in here, and we also got Prince in here. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining. I think he might. I think he's a UFC fighter. I think, or maybe he's an MMA fighter. It's. I don't know actually. I might just be reading off like what's on the bottom here. And then Ken Masters.
No, Santino.
Yep. Again, I just didn't want to bother saying it because otherwise I would have messed that up. And we got 50 Cent as Balrog.
Oh God, he's playing Balrog.
I don't know, dude.
He's the heavy-set guy with the boxing gloves.
Seems like the perfect role for him.
No, I'm sorry. When I see this film, I'm gonna be like, 50 Cent is miscast.
You never know. He could surprise you. But yeah, other than that, yeah, that's our casting choices.
I heard that. Let's see. Let me go back here. I don't know. Yeah, because I heard that Cody Rhodes has a part in this film. I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah.
Cody Rhodes, he's in talks to play as one of the characters.
He's in talks to play Julia in the upcoming live-action Street Fighter movie.
So we'll see here. It's just, again, it's not. It doesn't say it's confirmed at all. So
yeah, because Richard was asking.
Yep. Yeah, I think Cody's in it as well. Yeah, I wasn't sure. So
Orville Peck was in the Wiggles video called "Wiggle Up, Giddy Up," and plays friends of Dorothy. Oh God.
Oh, really? He says Orville Peck is a country singer. Okay. Again, I didn't know Orville Peck, so don't judge me.
Prince says get Braun Strowman as Zangief.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, let the Strowman Express run wild of him playing Zangief.
All aboard the Strowman train. Anyways, yeah, I'm interested in these casting choices. I just don't know why 50 Cent is in this.
Even though I'm so questionable about 50 Cent.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I like the casting choices for the most part. Again, let's just see a trailer first before we can really form our own opinions on it.
Yeah.
Because you never know. Like, sometimes it's one of those cases where it's like sometimes you hear the casting choices, you question it, and then the trailer comes out and you're like, oh, not bad.
Yeah.
But other times, opposite. But
and this movie is set for next year. Set to be released next year.
We'll see where this goes here. I'll be honest, I'm not like fully on board with the Street Fighter lore, if you will.
See, I'm looking forward to it because I played the Street Fighter games, and I know
of the games, and I think I played one of the games at least.
I know all the characters. The character that I always played as in the game is Ryu.
Yeah, I'm not like super familiar with the games, but I mean, I'm interested in this movie for sure. I mean, as long as they can make it fun, you know? But anyways,
do you mean who's playing Chun-Li?
Who's playing Chun-Li? I think that's what he means. I think that's honestly what he means. Richard says he played it on the Sega Genesis. Nice, dude.
I played Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo. That's the game that got me into Street Fighter.
I was honestly more into Mortal Kombat than Street Fighter. In all honesty, I was more of a Mortal Kombat guy.
Prince, to answer your question, the one who's playing Chun-Li is Kalina Liang.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on to our next topic and talk about some of the other movies that are in the works. Social Network Part 2 is currently in the works. We don't really need to pull up an article on this.
Why is this in the works? Do we really need a Part 2 to this? Because the first one is based on a true story.
Like, it's the true story about the creation of Facebook.
Yeah, what is there to explain in Part 2?
Isn't Aaron Sorkin coming back for this, though?
I think so. Yeah, Aaron Sorkin's coming back.
Is he just writing, or is he writing and directing?
He's writing and directing.
Okay. So that might be kind of a different story here, because, I mean, if it was somebody else doing it, I would dismiss this completely.
This is not needed.
I know this is not needed, but to be completely honest, like, what I'm trying to get at here, again, we don't really need to pull up an article for this. Because of the fact that Aaron Sorkin is coming back to do this, I think this is honestly I think he won the Oscar for screenplay, I think, for the first Social Network.
In the article, I tell you this, in the article, it says that he has been set to direct the film. Insiders say that while it's being called Part 2, it's not a straightforward sequel, but rather a follow-up to the original film, but explore the origins of what would become Facebook.
Yep. So,
all right. Only if you get Jesse Eisenberg back.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, see, this is what it says right here.
Yeah.
New project is in development with Todd Black, Peter Rice, Sorkin, and Stuart Besser producing.
All right. Yeah. I mean, again, as long as Sorkin is attached to this, then honestly, I'm fine with it. If, like I said, if this was somebody else doing it, I would completely dismiss this. Yeah. Like, I would not be on board for this at all, because, I mean, Aaron Sorkin's script is really what made The Social Network be so good.
It's a very good movie.
It's an amazing movie. It's one of Fincher's best.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, honestly, with this, I'm interested because, like I said, Sorkin's coming back.
It says
this is not needed in the slightest.
I agree.
It's not. But like I said, with Sorkin coming back, it piqued my interest. So I don't know where we could go here.
Yeah, it says since its release, Sorkin has noted on several occasions his interest in doing a follow-up, but he couldn't find the right angle. Following the events of January 6, 2021, when the U.S. Capitol was attacked, Sorkin found new inspiration, saying in an interview last year that he believed Facebook played a part in that. Sources stressed that the new film isn't a January 6 movie and will focus not just on the 2020 election, but also Facebook's effect on teens, preteens, violence, and countries outside the U.S.
All right.
It says no production date has been set, but sources say that with various deals closed, Sorkin will now focus on finding his ensemble.
We'll see who we get here.
Yeah, it says, speaking of Eisenberg, it is unknown how big a role he will have in this story and whether Sorkin has been in touch with him to reprise the part.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know where we could go with this, but I mean, like I said, the fact that Sorkin's coming back to do this, I'm okay with it. But this is not needed. I agree with that. It's not needed. But we'll see. We'll see what Sorkin has up his sleeve here. So, all right. Speaking of sequels, let's talk about a couple other sequels coming up. Yeah, I saw this coming.
I saw this coming too. We are not surprised.
Yeah. We don't really need to pull up an article about this because I don't know. Was anyone even shocked about this news? Because Lilo and Stitch, the live action movie, made a shit ton of money. There's no way they were not going to greenlit a sequel. There was no way that wasn't going to happen. Now, I enjoyed the live action Lilo and Stitch, but is a sequel really necessary?
Not really.
No, but it'll make them money. I'll tell you that. Well, actually, speaking of live action remakes, we also got this news today. Hold on 1 second. I know it's in our Instagram group chat. I know that. 1 second. If I can find it, I thought it was in here. Okay. So speaking of Disney live action stuff, Aladdin 2, Maleficent 3, and Jungle Book 2 live action have all been canceled.
I'm not surprised.
And you honestly want to know what I say to that? Good riddance. We don't need more. Like, seriously, with all these live action remakes, we really don't need more. Like, it's honestly gotten to a point where it's just been overblown. With DreamWorks doing it, though, with How to Train Your Dragon, I'm good with that. But Disney, slow down. But with this, though, I'm fine with it. Just, I don't really see how else this could work besides being another cash grab. Like, honestly, I don't see how else this will work.
Just Disney likes their money.
They know with Lilo and Stitch, they're going to rake in the big bucks. So, but what of it? I don't really.
Why do I feel like them doing Lilo and Stitch 2? Why I feel like this is going to be their Mufasa.
But at least like there's more like character emotions, honestly, because you actually have human characters. But with the Lion King movies, they're emotionless because they have photorealistic animals, and photorealistic animals do not emote. So
Richard said because Disney needs the money to keep Walt Disney frozen.
You don't say. You don't say. But yeah, honestly, the one word I can use to describe this, whatever.
Yeah.
Nah, just whatever. Well, deal. Okay, but now this is a sequel I'm actually excited about. With Spaceballs 2. This is I think this is honestly the only sequel that is currently in the works that I'm actually excited about. Because I love the first Spaceballs, and also Rick Moranis is coming back.
I'm happy.
He is coming out of retirement to do this.
Rich is like, let's fucking go.
Yes. This is exactly what I wanted. My God.
I gotta watch this movie again. It's been a long while since I've seen it.
It's been a while since I've seen it in its entirety. I've watched it a couple of times as a kid, and that is such a bizarre movie. It's like Spaceballs is one of the funniest movies I've ever seen, but god damn, it's bizarre.
And a nice parody of Star Wars.
And I love Dark Helmet, the character that Rick Moranis plays.
He's the best character in the movie.
Yes, like
One of the best characters.
Yes, but also John Candy.
Barf.
Yes, like that's perfect.
Yeah, Josh Gad is going to be playing Barf in Spaceballs 2.
You also got Keke Palmer coming in here, and you also got Lewis Pullman also coming in this one.
Bill Pullman's coming back.
Bill Pullman's coming back. Mel Brooks
back. He's directing it. He's directing and writing the film.
And like we said, that Rick Moranis is also coming back as Dark Helmet. So that makes me like, that's the one thing that makes me very happy.
And I really like that announcement trailer with Mel Brooks coming in, saying that it's in development.
Yes, and I think it's supposed to come in like 2027. I want to say, or is it next year?
I think it's next year.
Just trying to remember because I thought it said 2027.
Yeah, 2027. Yeah,
I remember it saying 2027.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I wish we got it next year.
Yeah, but I am really, really excited for this. Like I said, I love the original Spaceballs. It's one of the best parody movies ever. Like, there's no denying that. Rich
said, I believe Brooks will finish the movie and then pass away.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Prince says, Thunderbolts, Ballerina, Freaky Tales. Goodness me, I'm cooking this week. You got some good ones on your belt there, dude. Don't get your hopes up for Spaceballs 2. It'll suck. I don't know. I mean, if you got Mel Brooks back in the mix and you got a lot of the original cast returning, I'm in. So, dude is 99. I know that. I know he's 99, but we'll see what happens here. But yeah, this made me genuinely excited, was getting the news that we're getting a Spaceballs 2. Like, genuinely made me happy. All right. 1 second. All right. The next up, we're going to talk about. Okay. I'm just going to get this one done next because I have thoughts. We don't need to pull up an article for this because I just want to get my vents and frustrations out of the way.
I don't care about this franchise. I think this franchise is overrated, but I'm going to let Luke right here take the floor.
Then if Brian is going to come back for this, then what was the point of the whole little drive-off scene at the very end of Furious 7? And also, Paul Walker passed away like almost 12 years ago.
Are they going to have a hologram of him?
I don't know what they're going to do because this is stupid.
Are they going to AI him? Probably that might be the case. Get an AI Paul Walker.
Oh my God.
Please end this franchise, please.
Well, you know they're not going to end this right now because, I mean, they still got another movie to go, even though Fast X did not perform very well at the box office. And Vin Diesel blamed the guy that was the best part of the whole movie, which was Jason Momoa.
No, it's because people don't care about these movies no more.
Yeah, seriously. And I'm like when I heard the news about that with Vin Diesel blaming Jason Momoa for why the movie underperformed at the box office, I was like, excuse me, man. Jason Momoa was the best part. Richard says, I need to end that series. Movie sucked after Tokyo Drift. I would say the fourth one sucked, and then 5 I love, 6 is good. I love Furious 7. 8 I enjoy, but got a little too over the top. 9 just completely jumped the shark, and 10 I liked, but that goddamn ending. Oh my God. I don't know what happened there. I mean, and also Hobbs and Shaw I had a lot of fun with. I mean, you got literally The Rock and Jason Statham literally fighting against Idris Elba as like a Terminator-esque character. Like, that's kind of awesome. But other than that, though, I don't know. Is this the thing to really try to get fans excited again about this franchise? That's not going to work. Honestly, that doesn't work.
Oh, Restless says, sounds like Luke's a fan.
I don't know. Like I've really kind of grown to dislike that franchise, honestly. I mean, I like a lot of those movies, but at the same time, it's like,
Thank you, Oh, Restless. All of them stink.
they're just
My
they should just go back to the basics of the first movie. Like,
my boy Richard agrees with me. It's like Mission Impossible. Just end it.
okay, but you haven't even actually. But hey, but here's the difference between Fast and Furious and Mission Impossible. All the Mission Impossible movies, all of them are good. All of them. Not a single stinker. All of them are good. Just get the new Riddick movie ready already. Yeah, I agree. Like, give me another one. Like, give me another Riddick movie instead of another Fast and Furious movie. But, oh my God. With however they're going to pull this off, I don't care. I don't care how they're going to pull this off. Just, this franchise needs to end. But yeah, I wanted to keep that brief because that when I saw that pissed me off. So, whatever. Let's go ahead and move on to the next thing here. So Paul Dano is apparently writing and directing a comedy for the Daniels, the guys that made Swiss Army Man and Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I'm glad that Paul Dano is gonna set to write.
Let's see.
Very good actor.
Richard says Tom Cruise hasn't been good since Valkyrie. Disagree entirely. I disagree. But I mean, hey, for Universal Pictures and the Daniels, let's take a look. Paul Dano and Daniel Kwan and Daniel
Scheinert.
I don't know. Blue Way Sundance Film Festival attendees with Swiss Army Man, but now the trio looks to reunite on Dano's next director outing. Sources tell that Dano is set to write in talks to direct a new untitled comedy for Universal Pictures with Kwan and Scheinert and their partner Jonathan Wong producing through Playground's banner. Dano is also in talks to produce. Plot being kept under the wraps, other than being a high concept original comedy.
Ooh.
That's interesting. I mean, Everything Everywhere All at Once is pretty high concept when you really think about it. Like,
I have not watched the film.
It's basically the multiverse in a much more original way. So, and honestly done even better than Doctor Strange's movie that was supposedly the Multiverse of Madness. So, Oressa says, I like Tom in American Made. American Made's a good movie, dude. But yeah, this is interesting for Paul Dano to work with the Daniels again with another movie, and him being in talks to direct. I mean, even ever since the Batman, honestly, if I'm really thinking about it, the dude has just been nonstop with picking good roles.
Yeah,
I mean, for the most part, he always picks the good roles. Because
he hasn't had a role since.
Yeah, like that dude knows what he's doing. Like I was trying to think, because yeah, he had later on had the Fablemans, and then he had Dumb Money. Like that dude just knows what he's doing, man. Like, hold on one second. I'm actually gonna take a look at some of the other ones quick. The Batman. Let's see, Paul Dano. Yeah, there were mainly those ones, and then he was also, for some of his other previous works, he was fantastic in Prisoners, and also
Prisoners. It's very underrated.
Yeah, Prisoners.
Underrated Denis Villeneuve film.
But if you really want another great Paul Dano performance, I highly recommend There Will Be Blood. I know a lot of people look at it for Daniel Day-Lewis, but do not overlook Paul Dano in that movie. But yeah, I mean, I'm interested with this. And again, saying it's a high concept, cool. I'm in. What about you, dude?
Not to get off topic, but I saw that we already had the trailer for the Odyssey out. It got leaked.
Oh, really? I want to wait until I see that in a theater. I don't really want to see it because if it's leaked, it's. God, sorry.
I heard it might be shown maybe during Jurassic World Rebirth, like a teaser for it.
I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to be.
Because everywhere I looked it up, it said the trailer has been leaked.
I don't watch leaked trailers because it's just poor quality. And you can barely even see anything. So, no bueno. But let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. Now, this was some great news because we all thought for a while that after The Fabelmans, this was going to be this director's more than likely his last movie. Yeah, Spielberg has no plans to retire.
Good.
Yeah, Spielberg, one of, if not the greatest filmmaker to ever live, has no plans to retire. And I'm like, if this dude can just continue making movies for the rest of eternity, all will be right with the world.
Yeah. And he's my all-time favorite director.
He's got a new movie coming out next year, so I mean, who's not excited about that? I mean,
I did see the thing that they did for him at Universal. I think they put in the Universal Studios backlot where they named it Steven Spielberg Theater, and it's like all his films. I guess his Universal films. They have a description of the films that he made for them.
If I went to that backlot, dude, I would feel like a kid in a candy store, dude. Like both of us would.
Of course, a lot of films were shot there.
Yes. But I mean, after The Fabelmans, like a lot of us really thought that it was going to be Spielberg's swan song, but
I didn't think that.
I mean, it was rumored for a while. Like it was rumored that it was going to be Spielberg's swan song, but thank God it's not. So, but yeah, but while we're at it, because we're talking about Steven Spielberg and the fact that he has no plans to retire, let's talk about like our top 5 Steven Spielberg movies. Excuse me. So, why don't you go first with your number 5?
War of the Worlds.
That's not really towards my top, but that's a good pick nonetheless.
My number 4 would be. Yeah, this is pretty hard to rank.
It's tough, dude. I mean, it's Steven Spielberg, so
4 would be The Fabelmans.
Great pick.
3, E.T.
Good one.
2, Close Encounters.
There you go.
1, Jaws.
You got some good ones there, dude. I think I only have one movie that is that's in your top 5 that made it to mine. Because my number 5, I have Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, honorable mention.
I love Jurassic Park. There's no need for an introduction to Jurassic Park. It's one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah. It's a classic.
Yes. Number 4, I have Saving Private Ryan. The movie that should have won Best Picture at the Oscars back in 1998. Number 3, call this one recency bias all you want, but I really don't care. I love West Side Story. I I think his iteration of it was better than the original. But I still love the original. But I think honestly, I think his version was better. Number 2, I have E.T. That was the only one that was identical. That was on your list. But number 1, my favorite Steven Spielberg movie is Catch Me If You Can. I mean, honorable mentions. I would have the first 3 Indiana Jones movies, Schindler's List, Jaws, The Fabelmans, Minority Report, and Lincoln would be my honorable mentions of the top 5. So, yeah, I mean, there's nothing really much else to say with this one. I'm just glad that he's not retiring. So, anyways, let's see. Richard says Jaws, E.T., Saving Private Ryan, Jurassic Park, and Schindler's List. Great picks, dude. It still blows me away that Steven Spielberg made Schindler's List and Jurassic Park in the same year. Crazy. All right. Now, Gareth Edwards, speaking of plans for directors, no plans to make another Star Wars movie.
Sucks, though, because I really enjoy Rogue One.
I am not the biggest fan of it, personally. There was... The one thing that makes Star Wars is the characters. There's no characters in Rogue One, to me. Now, I respect anybody that loves Rogue One, but I'm not a big fan of it.
I like it, though.
I'm not dissing you for that. I'm glad you do. I'm just not a fan. But if Gareth Edwards wants to focus more on doing like original projects like The Creator or something like that, I'm all in for it. Come on. What? Let's see. It says, why will Rogue One director Gareth Edwards never return? Edwards is currently promoting Jurassic World Rebirth while speaking with Business Insider. Edwards dismissed returning to Star Wars universe and making another movie. I'm very happy to move on and do my thing, says Gareth Edwards. The behind-the-scenes drama of Rogue One has been speculated about for years. The story goes that Lucasfilm hired Tony Gilroy to oversee 5 weeks worth of reshoots. Wow. 5 weeks worth of reshoots? I did not know this one went through reshoots. Gilroy wrote additional scenes and served as a second unit director and reshaped the ending of the movie. I think that was the reason why we probably got Darth Vader.
So pretty much, he probably directed the last half of the film.
Yeah, because like I said, because we had like Darth Vader at the very end of the movie, and it's like we should have gotten more of Darth Vader when you really think about it. When you have this kind of story of them trying to stop the Death Star, like you should have had Darth Vader being more of a part of it.
Well, at the end, it led to the beginning of the original Star Wars,
which was great. Like, I love the ending, but I just didn't care for the rest of the film that was leading up to it. How much of Edwards' initial vision of Rogue One is the final cut? Did Gilroy change more of the original than reported? Those questions remain unanswered, regardless of who contributed to the movie. Rogue One received critical acclaim upon its release, and that praise has only increased in the years since.
It's considered by some the best Star Wars movie produced since Disney purchased Lucasfilm.
I disagree with that, actually.
Well, I still would said thing.
Wow. I don't agree with it, but I appreciate it. I am very grateful that people say nice things. So, I mean, I would have liked to have seen
next year.
Yeah, 10th anniversary of Rogue One.
Wow.
Oh God, I was 13 when that came out. Oh my God.
Should give it a rewatch. Maybe your opinion will change.
Had plenty of those times. Plenty of times where my opinions changed, but I just don't know if I really see it with that one, because I mean, I think actually originally I used to really enjoy Rogue One, but then rewatching it, not so much. But maybe another watch, we'll see. I don't know, but I would have liked to have seen Gareth Edwards do another one, but if he wants to work on his own stuff, I mean, I'm good with that. I mean, honestly, I mean, he can continue doing what he loves to do as a director. So, yeah. Anyways, Cobra Kai creators tease an idea they want to revisit in the franchise. You pitched this to me, and then I was like, "Wait a minute, what?"
Yeah,
I didn't know about this. So, I mean, I love Cobra Kai, but like, I didn't think that that they're going to tease ideas that they want to revisit.
Yeah, we all know what this was.
We all know who this is about. Wanted Hilary Swank to return for the final season, and they tease an idea that they can revisit in the franchise. Comes to us from Deadline, by the way. Let's see. We did reach out in the very early days before the season to see if there was a path for her to appear. We had an inkling. We had an inkling of an idea about how she could come into this story and not have to commit to 10 episodes or something. On her end, it was very respectful, but we never got that opportunity to sit down and pour our heart out the way that we typically do when we bring back characters from the legacy. She didn't want us to go through the whole trouble of flying out to her and putting our heart on the sleeve, because it just wasn't something she was ready to do at that moment. For us, it was a little disappointing because we like getting everybody, but at the same time, we didn't sacrifice any huge story that we had fully developed. It's more fruit on the vine for if we can revisit this universe going forward. I mean, as much as I don't like the next Karate Kid, I mean, Hilary Swank is a great actress. I would have liked to have seen her return, but I don't know about that, honestly. I mean, if they want her to return, like for this kind of new idea that they have planned,
everybody hated Next Karate Kid.
I mean, I certainly did. I mean, hell, Karate Kid Legends wasn't even as bad as that. So that's saying something. That's honestly saying something. So I don't know. What do you think? What do you think?
Well, and I haven't watched Cobra Kai, so with them want to to revisit this and put in Hilary Swank, I'm like, are people going to care?
I kind of thought the same thing. Because out of all the characters that people would not really care to see back, would have been her.
People care to see Daniel and Johnny.
I mean, that's really the main characters that they care about. So we didn't really care. I mean, yeah, she was a great character in the next Karate Kid, but it didn't really feel necessary. I mean, yeah, Kreese, Terry Silver, that we loved seeing in Karate Kid 3. And I mean, yeah, Richard, like, I mean, you got a good point there. I mean, did really anyone want to see Jaden Smith back in this Karate Kid universe? No.
He doesn't connect to it.
Yeah, I mean, but the reason why it kind of does at this point, if you really think about it, is because of the new Karate Kid movie. Because Mr. Han has a place in this universe now. I mean,
Then you have to get him and Jackie Chan, and if they want to revisit Cobra Kai.
exactly, but Cobra Kai's wrapped up now, so like it's over. So I really don't see how else they're really gonna I don't know how they're gonna pick up another season and then continue going forward.
So how are they gonna revisit this?
Exactly. Like this series is fully done. Like we had 3 parts of a final season. So I don't see how they're really gonna do another one. So I don't know. I mean, if they want to do like another movie, that's fine. But like another I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. So, but all right, yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to this. This was interesting. Amazon, MGM, and Sony go for a theatrical distribution deal. So.
And this is for overseas.
Overseas, by the way.
Yeah.
If anyone's curious, no, this is not anything in the U.S. This is overseas. Mm-hmm. Let's take a look. Get in there. Amazon MGM partners with Sony Pictures for international theatrical distribution under new multi-year deal. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look.
There's me in the third.
Seriously. Didn't we have this conversation once before? Didn't you say that people told you look like Andrew Garfield?
Yeah.
Remember you saying something? Yeah. Remember you saying something about that?
Andrew Garfield, Seth Green.
That's who you've gotten? Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's kind of funny, honestly, that you've gotten that. Let's see. It says the partnership will begin with Luca Guadagnino's. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, if they ever do an Andrew Garfield biography in later years, you know who to cast.
Might as well be you, but you have to try to have a what accent? Does he speak British accent? Is that what it is?
He's English.
English, yeah. You got to try your best with an English accent. Because we'll talk about that later after stream. Because I wasn't sure like how many people I want to offend with this. Let's see. Like I said, the partnership will begin with Luca Guadagnino's After the Hunt, set for a limited domestic release on the award season friendly date of October 10th, with an expansion on October 17th. Psychological drama stars Julia Roberts, Iowa Debris, and Andrew Garfield, and follows the fallout after a college student levels a serious accusation against a professor. Okay. Sony will handle international distribution on Mercy, a Chris Pratt starring thriller directed by Timur Bekmambetov. I cannot pronounce that last name for the.
That's the guy who directed Wanted.
I think he was also one of the producers on 9, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know he had something to do with 9. Like I know that.
9's very underrated.
Yeah, really underrated animated movie. If you guys have not seen the movie 9, go watch it. Watch it.
I really enjoy Wanted though.
Let's see.
I know there are some people that don't, but Wanted's a fun movie.
It's pretty cool. I mean, my favorite part of the whole movie is when James McAvoy smacks Chris Pratt across the face with a keyboard, and then the letters "fuck you" come off.
Yeah,
like that's just perfect.
He was a producer on 9.
I was thinking he was a producer on. I mean, I knew he had something to do with 9. I wasn't sure if he was a producer or a writer on it.
I go into these in chat.
Michael Entity says, sorry I couldn't make it. I'm stuck making pizzas at work. Hope to see you guys
Where's
this
our
Thursday.
pizza, Mike?
Michael, come on, man. Send a pizza over to Minnesota.
Minnesota and New York.
Let's see. Domestically on January 23rd, Crime 101, a heist ensemble film led by Chris Hemsworth and Mark Ruffalo and Halle Berry. Hitting North American theaters on February 13th. And Project Hail Mary, Andy Weir adaptation starring Ryan Gosling and directed by Lord and Miller. Set to launch stateside on March 20th. We actually did. I think we did get a trailer for Project Hail Mary, but I did not watch it.
I didn't watch it either.
Only handle the full international rollouts on these 4 features. The agreement described as a multi-year deal. After Project Hail Mary, Amazon MGM plans to begin directly distributing its own theatrical titles in the territories overseas where it launches owned and operated offices. Sony will continue to provide support in other international markets where Amazon elects not to set up shop. So, through Sarah's Oil, a biographical drama about oil magnate. God, I can't talk. Magnate, yeah. Sarah Rector will not be distributed by Sony overseas. Amazon is putting out the film domestically on November 7th, following the calendar. Amazon MGM's first venture handling international distribution will be on the Colleen Hoover adaptation Verity, starring Dakota Johnson, Josh Hartnett, and Anne Hathaway. That hits North American theaters on May 15, 2026. This is interesting, honestly, now that we're talking about it. This is pretty interesting that this is going overseas. Yeah. I mean, we'll see where they... I mean, this is a pretty interesting deal that they decided to land.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, the movie that they're starting off with that deal. They're starting off with something from Luca Guadagnino. I mean, I love the guy as a director, so we'll see where this goes for them. It's kind of, I mean, again, it's crazy that they're doing this overseas. Wonder how much money they're going to make with this, though, if I really think about it.
Hopefully a lot.
Depends on how the movies do.
Hopefully
So, one of them at least has to make a profit. So, but yeah, that's all of the main topics for tonight. You know what time it is. Gotta get your physical media.
Tyler says, have you fellas seen Freedom Riders? Yes, I did. Yes, I have.
I watched that freshman year of high school in English class.
Very good movie.
That's a good movie, yeah. All right, Michael, you got yours?
Yes.
Go right ahead.
Right. I had to get this. I know you said you love this film, and I would want to check out this film. Novocaine. The Steelbook.
Gotta love that.
Yeah. This.
And that back is so sick.
Mm-hmm. You open it up, and you have this as the background.
That's basically also kind of John Wick style, if you really think about it. It's basically John Wick, but with different weapons.
Yeah, it's cool. I can't wait to watch this film because I missed seeing it in theater.
I know you were really, really excited for this, and then all of a sudden you just missed it.
Yeah. So I got the Steelbook of Novocaine. Kino Lorber release of Mouse Hunt, classic film.
Oh, I mean, you want to know what that? Remember the one scene that I've been thinking about recently from that movie? It's a scene when Christopher Walken is just basically riding under the floor.
Yeah, all the way down outside.
He's like he sees like his string getting pulled, like where that is like attached to his car. He's like, oh, nuts. He goes to the window. Bing. He gets pulled back.
And of course, directed by Gore Verbinski before he did Pirates of the Caribbean films.
Yeah, I mean, I love Gore Verbinski as a director, even with the Pirates movies. I mean, Gore Verbinski is just such a talented director.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Pirates of the Caribbean.
I mean, there's films like there's Rango, there's The Weatherman, there's
I like another Gore Verbinski film, A Cure for Wellness.
Cure for Wellness is good. The Ring, the American remake that he directed, The Ring. Let's see, Nathan Lane, great actor. He was great in The Birdcage and The Producers. I love The Producers. It's the one. It's the one where Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane are reprising their roles from the 2001 show of The Producers. I don't think I've actually seen The Birdcage.
I never seen.
I don't think I've actually seen that. But The Producers, really funny movie.
This release has a new commentary that wasn't on the DVD or the Blu-ray. And it has the deleted scenes, the teaser, and the trailer from that was on the Blu-ray and the DVD as well.
I love that part in the trailer that you see online where it's did you know there's a mouse in your popcorn? And then it has like stock footage of audiences freaking out and actually throwing their popcorn. And then it cuts to the mouse and it's like, just kidding.
But classic film, hilarious.
Love that movie.
Nathan Lane and Lee Evans, they just have good chemistry with each other in the film.
Let's see, it's with Robin Williams and Gene Hackman. I have heard of The Birdcage. It's just I've never seen it.
And Mouse Hunt is a film I watched constantly on VHS.
I watched it on DVD when I rented that from Family Video. Like, I watched that constantly. And then when I got the DVD for Christmas, I would continuously pop it in.
Yeah, I own the film on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, and now 4K.
I need to buy that on Blu-ray. Honestly, I really need to buy 4K. It. Well, yeah, on 4K now, but
yeah, that's Mouse Hunt. And of course, with Mouse Hunt, I got the monkey.
Yep, gotta love that.
Yeah, but heard this was good from him here, but the third act, it'll make it or break it for anybody.
It's a make it or break it deal. So I actually really love that. I really love that cover of with seeing that little toy monkey.
Yeah,
I really like that. Like seeing like the blood on the snare drum.
Yeah. Based on a short story by Stephen King.
But if you guys know, the package of short stories that with the monkey is called the Skeleton Crew. If you guys don't know,
it has Adam Scott, Elijah Wood in it.
You also got Theo James in there, playing a double role.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm just gonna say this: Elijah Wood is a nobody character in that movie. Like, but hey, it's cool to see him for a little bit. Says Birdcage is gay. I haven't seen it, so.
Well, it's a film that you could watch for Pride Month.
Well, I gotta wait till Pride Month next year now. I'm kidding. I'll watch it when I can.
I got Hard Eyes.
Fun movie.
I like Olivia Holt. So you got Devon Sawa in it, Jordana Brewster.
You also got Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son in it, Mr. Mason Gooding.
Mason Gooding, yeah.
Yeah, Chad from Scream 5 and 6.
There you go.
I think that film really works with Holt and Gooding's chemistry. Like that's where the film really works. So.
And then I got Companion, finally.
Love Companion.
One of my favorite films of the year so far. Well, on my list of favorite films of the year.
I'll be honest with you. It's still a great movie. I don't think it really. It doesn't. How do I say this? It doesn't really work as well on a second viewing because you already know a lot of the surprises. So I still love Companion. Like, don't get that twisted.
Final trailer, and of course, the cover spoils it.
The cover does spoil that that she is a robot. But like I was saying, I mean, if you've seen the film already, like if you've seen Companion already, on a second viewing, you technically kind of lose the surprises. So, I mean, I know that's kind of the case with like any movie that contains surprises, but besides the main spoiler, which on the cover once again spoils that Iris is a robot. If can you pull that? Can you pull it up for a second? Yeah, like look if you look very closely. Yep, that spoils it.
Stare into my eyes.
Like that spoils it right there. And I'm not gonna say what it. I'm not gonna say the other reveal, but there's another reveal that occurs in the movie that was not given away in the slightest. So, which that's cool, but again, through multiple viewings, the surprises kind of wear off.
And I got this last one from during the Criterion sale, the original Chef with Richard Roundtree, the late great Richard Roundtree.
I don't think I've actually seen that.
Yeah, before it was remade, starring Samuel L. Jackson. This also has Chef's Big Score as well, which is the sequel.
I haven't seen the sequel either. I've seen the 2001 with Samuel L. Jackson.
Very, very. Got your essay book here with talking about the film.
Total Criterion stuff right there.
Total Criterion stuff, and it's on 4K. So
I always like it better when they, like, whenever you unfold some of those, that they just turn out to be posters.
Yeah, comes with the 4K and the Blu-ray of Chef's Big Score.
Got a whole double pack in there.
Mm-hmm.
Movie is funny as hell. Says Richard.
And I never seen the original Chef.
Like I said, I've seen the one with Samuel L. Jackson. I think I've also seen the 2019 one, but I don't care to remember that, honestly. That movie is not worth remembering at all.
Rich said, Birdcage is about Robin Williams and Nathan Lane are a gay couple in Florida. Their son comes home, tells them he is getting married. The girl father is played by Gene Hackman, who is a super conservative. They come with a plan to make sure he doesn't find out.
I'm gonna check out the Birdcage at some point.
I know that I've seen one scene from that film, and Robin Williams is just going, Madonna, Madonna.
Oh man, I'm excited. I'm excited to watch that.
And Prince says thank you for the like on his Shape of Water letterbox review.
Hey, no problem, buddy. No problemo.
I gotta still watch Shape of Water.
I honestly don't even know what I'm gonna watch tonight. Honestly, like I'm kind of dividing between either rewatching Jurassic World or watching Bring Her Back.
Jurassic World, because since the film is coming out Friday, the new film's coming out Friday.
Well, tomorrow actually.
Oh, it comes out tomorrow.
And I mean, I'm gonna be rewatching Fallen Kingdom and Dominion tomorrow.
I still need to watch those.
You don't necessarily have to, like Jacob said, before you go see Rebirth, but I'm still gonna rewatch those just so I can build up for it, because I rewatched Lost World and Jurassic Park 3 last night. I love the Lost World though. I love Lost World.
Jurassic Park 3.
That movie sucks.
It's okay, but yeah.
I hate Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah, Mike, if you're watching. Guy says Jurassic Park 3 is not that bad.
I hate Jurassic Park 3. That film is terrible.
There you go, Mike.
Prince is asking if you've seen F1.
I have not seen F1 yet.
There's something you can do for your 4th of July weekend. Go see F1.
Yeah. Russia says you don't need to watch those. They're abominations.
I really enjoy the first Jurassic World. I really, really enjoyed that. I mean,
about Fallen Kingdom and Dominion.
If you're talking about Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, I mean, I've kind of come around on Dominion. Honestly, it's not good.
The first Jurassic World is great,
but I never liked Fallen Kingdom. Honestly, I never liked Fallen Kingdom. Like after the first hour of the film, it derails like completely. So, but anyways, let's go. I'll go ahead and go over my stuff quick. Oop. Anyways, so I did buy Snow White. Come at me, haters. It's a good movie.
It's not as bad as people made it out to be.
And then Michael showed this one off earlier, but I just got the Blu-ray for the Monkey because it was the one in stores.
Should have got on 4K.
I know, but again, I have bills. But
Rich said, "How about This Is the End?"
This Is the End's great, dude.
It's great. It's a classic.
I'm not gonna shoot Emma Watson. Like that's perfect.
That movie's a classic.
I always love this scene in This Is the End where he is just where James Franco is just taunting Danny McBride. He's like, "Go to hell, McBride."
I'm coming this. I'm coming that.
Four Brothers is from 2005 is a hoodlum classic. I really enjoy Four Brothers. Maybe others one day will embrace it.
Yeah.
They're going to have to accept that because, I mean, it really is not a bad movie.
It's not. They're just hating on it because of the controversy. That's the only reason why they're hating it.
But I know some people that actually did watch the film and actually and ended up hating it, which for the people that actually watched Snow White, I get it. Like, I get that. But for others that were just hating on it because of the controversy, no. But I enjoyed it. Honestly, I really did. It really was not that bad. All right. And then, yeah, Michael, about your favorite movie.
Oh, fuck that movie.
I'm actually going to be honest. This actually might look good in 4K. So, plan to rewatch it soon.
Yeah.
Because I had so much fun watching that in the theater, though. I can't lie, dude. That was so fun. And then Michael also showed off Novocaine. I picked it up as well.
That's what I gotta say about Minecraft movie.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna backfire. If I can find it. Yeah, I'm gonna backfire on you with that.
It's a Minecraft movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna backfire with you on that. Oh man. But you did show off Novocaine, which was awesome.
Which that cover is awful.
I mean, I couldn't find the Steelbook, so I went with this, and I'm okay with it.
You can only find the Steelbook, I think, on Amazon. That Steelbook.
That's the only reason why I just bought the slipcover, because I mean, again, I'm kind of need to slow down with buying stuff online. So, but I shit you not when I tell you this with this next one. I found this at Target. I shit you not. In the back, like where the books are at, there was a $4 movie bin that had a few DVDs in there. This was the only Blu-ray I found in there. I know not a lot of people have heard of this movie, but when I saw this was a Blu-ray in there, I was like, "Are you joking? This is actually this. I got to get it." So I bought the film Detention, starring Josh Hutcherson and Dane Cook. This looked interesting. But the reason why I had heard of it, I want to shout out Cody Leach. He showed this off in a off the shelves video, and I was like, this looks interesting. So when I found it in the bin or in the $4 movie box, I was like, sure, I'll pick it up and give it a watch at some point. And when I went to Barnes and Noble that same day, I was looking to see if they had the Royal Tenenbaums. They didn't have it, so I went ahead and picked up Pan's Labyrinth on Criterion, directed by Guillermo del Toro. I love that cover. I love that cover.
It is a good cover. I mean, I haven't seen the film, but I heard it's great. I just can't sit through a film that's like subtitled and not in like English language.
I mean, but this is also this is one of those movies like Parasite that you're not really like gonna be like bothered at all with the subtitles because you're so invested with the movie. That's honestly what I would say with Pan's Labyrinth. Yeah, great Guillermo del Toro flick. And then this arrived for me today from the A24 shop. Yep, here it is, Warfare.
I need to get it still.
And yes, and also to be clear, this is the 4K. This is the 4K of Warfare. Excellent movie. Easily
favorite films of the year.
Yep, still my favorite movies of the year. I should be getting my Blu-ray for Death of a Unicorn here pretty soon. Because it arrived on my parents' place and I still have yet to go get it. But I got Warfare, so pretty happy about that, and I'm very happy to own that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is Movie Fanatics episode 22. We'll stay tuned next week for episode 23. We'll see what we got next week. So, anyways, everybody, thank you so much for coming in. Michael, you're the best, bro. Thank you so much for being here, like always.
Of course.
And we will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Peace.